How's it going, everybody? The breach test came to a close yesterday, and as you can see, me and a couple of other content creators were allowed to record some stuff. UBIsoft was even kind enough to remove the watermarks for us, so thanks to them for that. The perception about the two new characters might have changed over the course of the test, but before, the majority of people were saying that Shaolin is going to be the stronger one. So now let me show you why Tiandi is probably even better and highlight a couple of his strong points. The first and most obvious thing are his 400 millisecond combo lights. Both his light as well as the heavy light feature that speed, which means that properly delayed we're looking at the 233 millisecond reaction window. But Freeze, what about the guard switch bug? Yes, the guard switch bug. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then go and click the exclamation mark that's popping up right now. Same goes for the guard switch delay or priority, however you want to call it. Because Tiandi is the first character that has both fast lights as well as a bash that is undodgeable if you guard switch beforehand. Click the exclamation mark again if you don't know what I'm on about. So what I mean with that is the following. After a successful light attack, Tiandi can either go for the 400 millisecond light or he can combo into a palm strike. So if you preemptively switch your guard so you can reaction block the delayed light, you can no longer dodge the palm strike. And if you don't switch your guard in anticipation of a palm strike, then you're leaving yourself open to the combo light. So unlike characters like Berserker or Orochi, his offense isn't stifled because of the bug. He can still force his mix-up on you. He doesn't have that luxury on the heavy to light combo. The kick is fully dodgeable even if you switch your guard. In 1v1s, dodging the kick is basically unneeded as he gets nothing as a follow-up, but in team fights, that's a different story. What my point here is that people are hardwired to dodge the moment they see the unblockable symbol from a bash. Just like Warden can soft feint into guard break, Tiandi can soft feint his kick into a dodge, or rather a dodge attack. And that dodge light is guaranteed if you try dodging the kick. The same obviously goes for the zone into a kick mix-up. And while we're on the topic of his dodge lights, go check the guard break vulnerability on the forward dodge one. The side dodge ones have way more guard break vulnerability, or rather the usual amount, I guess. But not only does it basically have no guard break vulnerability, that dash light also functions as its deflect. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that it more or less has an instant startup as well. And on top of that, the deflect guarantees a palm strike and the follow-up light. As you might have guessed by now, his palm strike is a pretty good move. It is a 600 millisecond unblockable from neutral, which means it is the same as a gladiator zone. Yes, I know there are a small amount of people out there that can reliably react to that move, but the vast majority of the player base has problems doing that. Which in turn means that Tiandi has an opener from neutral. It is easier to punish than the glad zone, by a lot actually. But that's not everything. Palm Strike sports a 0 millisecond guard break vulnerability. In theory, you can use it to counter guard break if you're fast enough, and get damage on your opponent for every guard break attempt. And even if you mess up, you can still just counter guard break normally. Palm Strike is also the source of his out of stamina pressure. If your opponent blocks a dodge light while out of stamina, this guarantees you the palm strike. which means he has to parry those moves. And parrying while out of stamina always has inherent risks. Okay, so enough about the palm strike. There's another thing he has going for him, and that are his dodge heavies. The devs told us that they have 900 milliseconds of iframes, which means that bar a very few attacks, a Tiandi can just dodge heavy on indicator and be safe. He can chain the dodges and maintain his iframes throughout. And the weird thing, he keeps those iframes even when he hard feints the move. It looks like my light is just stabbing thin air, or like my character is purposely missing. This also means that, unless timed absolutely perfectly, even wide sweeping attacks like Kensei's zone are either dodged or can be blocked instantly after the feint. Not only that, he can deflect out of this move as well. The last thing that's worth mentioning is his special ability, Flow Like Water. This allows him to cancel recoveries of some of his moves with a dodge, similar to how Orochi can do this on his combo finishes. This might not immediately stand out, but it sure makes him even more slippery. And that's about it. As you can see, Tiandi is an immensely strong character in his current state. We don't know yet what might change until October, but the version we were allowed to play sure is a force to be reckoned with. I hope I was able to show you something new and different compared to what the other content creators showed you from the breach test. I have more clips and will make 1 or 2 more videos, but I can't promise when yet. Until then, thanks for watching. Laters everybody.